idiotic rule that if a patient is well enough to go outside, then they're well enough to go home. We have begged and pleaded with Dr. Sperling for an exception,
Right.
and it is just not allowed for insurance and his license. We're all very upset about it because she hasn't been out of this place and it costs 8 to 9 days. We're hearing through the grapevine that a placement is supposed to be coming really soon. The hospital's going to get her heck out of here. And again, once she gets out of here, she'll have all the freedom she wants. I am working tomorrow 12-hour shift. I'm going to speak to my management and find out how soon this decision's coming. If in fact they don't know, or if it's not soon, I don't know if it's going to help, but I'm going to write a letter. The head of our whole psychiatric department, his name is Carol Farley Toombs, and I want to write a letter to both my supervisors and to Carol and say that this is inhumane, that we are disgusted, that Pat hasn't been able to get outside, that this placement hasn't happened soon enough.
That's in a way, fresh air.
It's the insurance companies deciding her life and fresh air. I mean, just get her outside. And we're all distraught about it as nurses, not being able to do something. Yeah, but it doesn't help her, and I feel so bad. And you know, I can't find it. She's lost her summer, now she's going to lose her fall. So I don't know if I can do anything other than draw more attention to it up the ladder and say exceptions can be made. We could get a security officer. She's not going to go to get a security officer and take her outside just to get some fresh air. But the bottom line is we need to push. We have you know, places that this hospital owns, and they are trying to make them make a decision. But you know, Pat's been caught in this legal battle that is dreadful. And no human being should be stuck on this unit without air for 89 days.
Right, even in another different facility that was lower.
And they could have sent her to RPC by now, which she'd have the right to go outside.
Right.
And again, I don't make those decisions. I'm very careful, so I don't lose my own job. But Tim, you know, we're sick about it. We're sick about it. And so I'm going to talk with them tomorrow and say, either you guys find out how soon she's going to be released. Well, I'm going to try to get this letter. I'll write it tomorrow, send it up the ladder. I don't know if it's going to do a damn thing other than get myself in trouble, but I can't tolerate, you know, we're making her ill. I feel like she's, you know, her anxiety's through the roof. Tim, the other thing is hopefully you can support this. We like to give Pat an Ativan occasionally when she's so distraught, temporarily her anxiety, she's afraid to take anything, but it does help.
Religious beliefs.
Yeah, but you know what? It helps relieve her stress. When she's so distraught, and sobbing and crying, it's only 0.5. It's very small. Helps take the edge off. But I don't want her to lose her mental ability by the torture. So we do give it to her occasionally. But she sobs. She sobbed this morning.
I did today.
Well, when they told you couldn't go outside.
Right, and the thing is,
go.
and it wasn't Adam's fault. Adam was hoping too, as a nurse, that we could get the doctors to agree to it. Because he was thinking the same thing. We've gone to the doctor's room, we've begged for it. And because of the insurance companies, he can't allow it, which is awful. There's not even a darn window to open up on this thing. So Pat, you know, my feeling that isn't helping you, but I will continue to advocate, talk to my bosses tomorrow, and I will write the letter tomorrow and see if any other nurses want to sign it. If not, I don't care, but, you know, this is absurd. It's absurd.
It does seem like an abuse in a way, just because of policy.
Yeah, exactly, and these are individuals, you know, so, you know, then I see you saying that she can't live with you, yet you're the one that brings her fresh food and all the things, and you're providing good care.
Yes, and it's a nice little house.
I know.
Near the park and
I know. Tim, I'm dumbfounded.
it's her family. That's what it.
Well, then they should have followed through. If they wanted guardianship, they should have done it. See, I have to be really careful because I can't get myself in the middle of this.
Neither one said they would take her into the house.
Yeah, well then they should back off and let her go with you.
Well, they called 6 months ago and said we don't want you together.
Well, that's not their business. I mean, if I didn't think I'd get fired, I'd open the door and tell you guys to run like hell. It's terrible. I mean, I feel that strongly about it. So all I can do is do what I'm allowed to do. And I'll talk to my supervisors again, and I will write the letter to Carol Farley Toombs. And, you know, something's got to give, Pat. But I am hearing...
Wonder if it's our religious beliefs.
Nothing, no, not at all.
Not turn you from her family.
No.
They got
No, they're just... You know, people have their own prejudices. And you have a right to worship as you feel. You have a right to live your life as you feel. You're an adult.
Never wasted on anybody, you know.
Exactly. You know, that's just...
Her sister-in-law got mad at her once, and Pat went back and said, no, I forgive her for getting mad at her sister-in-law got mad at her for forgiving her.
I
That's the
know.
mentality
There's a
of
lot
this
of people
family.
that should just back off, but I will do everything I can possibly think of for you. But Denise said she thought hopefully we do something soon. But tomorrow I'm going to ask, what's the status? Who can you call? This is what I'm going to do. I don't know if it's going to have an impact, but if I send a letter out.